Welcome to In the Mood for a Movie. I'm your host, Jez, and joining me always is Brad, B-Rad. We are back.
Welcome back, baby. Welcome back. How was your holiday?
It was good. I had a manager in Japan that was like, "Oh, you don't look that tan." I was like, "Yeah, well, we avoid the midday sun." So I feel like I got tan, but I had all my rashes and stuff on. But Hawaii was great. Saw a volcano erupt, which was pretty good. Have you been?
Yeah, really good, man. You got your NFL, Denver Broncos jersey on there, man. Bro, I've been getting into American baseball. Like, that's how depleted of sports I've been lately. So I'm all in on the baseball, watching it every night. It's great.
Yeah, well, Manly been pretty shit as well, haven't they? It's good to see them get 2 points on the weekend, thanks to the bye.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, free win, baby. We'll take it.
Seeing The Odyssey next week. Brad, have you seen The Odyssey?
I have not seen it. I was hesitant to see it, but now I'm kind of wanting to see it. So
I'm seeing it in IMAX, so I can't friggin' wait.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think I've seen a movie. I think I saw a Star Wars movie at IMAX, but I can't. It must have been Force Awakens, but I can't remember. I don't know, but I feel like I have. So let's see. But I asked you, what's your top 5 Nolan movies? Don't worry about order.
Well, I'll put them in order. Well, you know my number one.
Memento.
Yeah, Memento. I have Prestige at 2, Dark Knight at 3, Insomnia. I love that movie at 4, and then Inception at 5. So I like his older stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I had Dark Knight, Dunkirk, Interstellar, Prestige, and then Memento, but it's like Memento Inception. They're sort of like 1A, 1B, or 5A,
Yeah,
5B.
just mindfuck movies.
I've been saying to people at work, I need to see Insomnia again because I haven't seen it since like I was little. So definitely need to rewatch. But I do love a villain, Robin Williams.
Yeah, he's great. Love Robin Williams and love Al Pacino.
And just want to get your final thoughts. So FIFA president and Infantino, is he going to resign? What an idiot. Is he going to be here next pod, still in charge?
I think he's gone, mate. I think he's gone. You got, like, you when you make a decision like that, you're all in. And if it doesn't pay out, then you got to fall on your sword. So he's gone. Basically,
what he's showing the world is he's no Donald Trump. Donald Trump could get away with shit like that. This guy can't. So, final thoughts on the World Cup? Best team won?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe in retrospect, they say, you and I know that defense wins championships and defense travels, as they say, and Spain definitely had the best defense. But I would have loved to have seen Messi win.
So I was sort of going for Argentina, but then everyone in America was telling me how racist Argentina are and how much dicks they are, and I was like, oh yeah. And then I remember we were packing too because we were leaving when the World Cup was on, the final, and I saw this tackle and this guy just doing a somersault in the air, and then the next one I saw there was like a red card like for the Argentina team. I was like, did that guy get red carded because he like kung fu kicked that guy like flying in the air? And everyone was like, yeah, it was his second red card. It's hilarious.
The kick on at the end of the game was great too. Loved it.
Poor old England though. God damn it. I thought after they beat Mexico, I was like, they're definitely going to do it. And I was like, no.
I don't think they'll ever. I don't know. I think this is the best team I've ever seen them have, and they couldn't do it.
Well, I balked. Is balked the word? I balked when I read an article where they're like, Harry Kane, will you be there next World Cup? And I was like, fuck no,
he's
he won't.
33.
He's like, yeah. I was like, he's no Messi. And then I was talking to all my English friends, are like, there is no striker on the horizon. I was like, oh my God.
There's not. They've got nothing.
Anyway, this is a movie podcast where we have conversations about film. Today we are doing 2020 Dredd, which is available to stream on Netflix and Stan. Both of us haven't seen this movie, which is also a little bit of fun. We did this with The Visit as well, which I thought, was a good podcast too. Spoiler alert for everyone. There will be spoilers. So we'll be talking about Judge Dredd today and Dredd and maybe any other movie. So apologies if we spoil anything. Brad, plot summary, please.
In a collapsing future America crammed into the brutal mega slum of Mega City 1, Judge Dredd and psychic rookie Anderson get trapped inside the 200-story Peachtree's block and must fight their way to the top to take down Mama, the drug lord controlling the tower with her slo-mo empire.
Thank you, Mama. What a lady. We'll get to her in a second. But 2012, Brad, what were you doing in 2012?
I don't remember. It's been so long ago. I think I was still working in real estate there. Could have even been over in Bondi, I think, at the time. So, yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely real estate. Yeah, I definitely went over to Bondi at the time.
Ah, nice. Was that when you and Prue were both living in Bondi?
Yeah, we we didn't plan it. We just happened to move there by accident at the same time. It was so hilarious.
Yeah, nice. I believe 2012, I was in Europe still. I'm potentially, actually, maybe just come back from Europe and Japan. No, I'd come back from there. So I think I was just back. I did a ski season in Australia. Used to be a ski instructor for everyone who didn't know. So yeah, a couple of other things that happened in 2012. So Obama re-elected for a second term. London Olympics, dominated by Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt. LeBron wins his first championship. Linsanity, that was fun. I remember I had the T-shirt. Did you follow Linsanity?
Oh my God, Linsanity was the best.
It was so good.
The best.
Fall of Lance Armstrong. I loved Lance Armstrong back in the day. Whitney Houston and Michael Clark Duncan passed. Do you remember who Michael Clark Duncan is? The big fella in the Green Mile.
Oh, right. Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Neil Armstrong dies. Did we land on the moon, Brad?
Yes.
No, we didn't. Apparently, SpaceX is landing.
I don't want to be a denier.
SpaceX is landing in a couple of minutes. So we landed on the moon, everybody, on the 8th of August, 2026. Hurricane Sandy smashes the US and the Caribbean. Oh, this one, is it Psy, Gangnam Style? You loved that,
yeah,
didn't you?
Gangnam Style. First YouTube video to get 1 billion views.
Yeah, good one. Facebook buys Instagram for $1 billion whilst we're talking about $1 billion, and pretty good deal, I would have thought, looking back on it. Tinder launches and 50 Shades of Grey phenomenon, I can't speak, but anything else happening in 2012?
Yeah, two more things I was going to add for 2012. So we've got the European debt crisis. The novelty of lending Greece $100 billion every fortnight was wearing off pretty quick. And the Costa Concordia disaster. Remember that cruise ship? It ran aground off of Italy?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the captain was in his room having sex with someone when it ran aground. and then he was one of the first to get off the ship. So he must have seen that movie Titanic and thought, no, I'm not going down with the ship. I'm out of here.
I remember our dad was saying he was waving to his girlfriend on the shore, so I had to get real close.
Classic.
But not funny though, because I think a couple of people died. But
a couple of people died. I'm sorry about that. There was also two other things just back home in Australia. Do you remember the carbon tax debate? Man, that was just like dominating headlines, and what a way to cripple the nation. Thank you. And then, oh my God, the debacle of the NBN rollout. Remember that? They're like trying to roll out all this stupid carbon fiber cable, and everyone's like, it's all gone wireless anyway. Don't worry about it. Oh my God.
Yeah. Someone explained to me the other day, or this was a couple of years ago, Australia internet is just there's a cable in the ocean and it goes out, and if that cable gets like severed, we're all fucked. So I was like, awesome. Come down under, everyone. Great place to live. All right. Movies in 2012. The Master, PTA, my favorite. Do you love The Master, Brad?
I know you do. He's all right.
Zero Dark 30, Argo, Django Unchained, The Avengers, The Dark Knight Rises, Looper, I love that movie, Cabin in the Woods, Magic Mike, Flight, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Silver Linings Playbook, Skyfall, End of Watch, Pitch Perfect, Wreck-It Ralph, love that movie, The Grey, Ted, Hunger Games, Cloud Atlas, special mention for you.
I love it. Thank you, mentioned that. And two other ones I'll mention too. The Hobbit and Unexpected Journey, great. Bring back Lord of the Rings trilogy, sort of, and Prometheus as well. Good movie.
I never saw The Hobbit. I've never seen The Hobbits.
Really? Yeah. Get into it. Oh,
is it good? Well, I just was confused because Lord of the Rings was 3 books and they did 1 movie each. The Hobbit was 1 book and they did 3 movies.
If you like Lord of the Rings and you like that setting, that world,
New Zealand.
Yeah, well, New Zealand. Then you'll like it. I actually did enjoy it. I think it's underrated. If I'm being honest, I think a lot of people hate it because The Lord of the Rings is peak trilogy. I would probably say, but The Hobbit's definitely worth a shout.
Okay, there we go. Before we get into this movie, we are going to just quickly discuss 1995 Judge Dredd starring Sly Stallone. Brad, when did you first see it, and do you like it, and what are your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, I really love Judge Dredd. I remember seeing that at the movies. I'm almost certain I did.
Oh,
Yeah, I very much like it. There's a couple of things in that movie that really stood out to me. Like, they've still got burned in my memory. That huge metal robot thing that the evil guy has, like the twin brother or whatever,
yeah.
the Judge Dredd. Man, that's awesome. A couple other things that we'll probably touch in too, but yeah, man, it's funny. That movie maybe was perfect for the mid '90s because it had Rob Schneider as like the comical sort of 1B to Sly Stallone hard asses 1A. So yeah, it was very sort of '90s. So yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I quite liked it. How about
Yeah,
you?
getting to that RoboCop machine thing, I was like, they definitely, like, thinking about it this week, I was like, they definitely could have done just a prequel of, wasn't it like there was like a civil war or something, and that's where those machines
Yeah,
came about, and then they shut them down
they
afterwards. I
got
was
him
like,
banned and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah,
they could definitely. I remember. So I think I first saw it. I'm pretty sure I was at a sleepover, and we watched Annie first. Remember that musical Annie with the little
yeah,
redhead lady? And
yeah.
then the little kids went to sleep, and then we watched Judge Dredd. I loved it. I
Nice.
like
Yeah,
the gun, the lawmaker, or whatever it's called, the long
yeah,
walk. Like I was like, fuck yeah.
yeah.
That
Oh,
RoboCop machine, the spandex are even fine. Like I can see how the costume doesn't really work today. Even the futuristic world setting, I thought they
yeah,
did a really good job of. I get that there's a lot of things wrong with the movie. Like I haven't seen it in 20 years, but like little kid me and maybe you saying like the 1995, I loved it. I thought it was
yeah. It
just
was
so
cool.
great. I didn't realize that he shouldn't have to take their helmets off. So when I saw Dredd, I was sort of annoyed, and I'll get into that a bit, that he doesn't take the helmet off. But yeah. And then Rob Schneider, I thought he was fine as well. I thought he was pretty funny. Maybe in it a little bit too much. Like didn't need the consistent humor, but still great. Like when he's chatting with the family of cannibals, like awesome.
Do you remember those turret gun things as well? Like the security turret gun things? The guys walking out on the long platform and the two little turret gun things come down? No,
Maybe.
yeah, yeah, man. That was awesome too.
I
I love
remember Rob Schneider because I was just watching a little bit before when he's hiding in the garbage disposer.
it.
So cop movie, Brad, who are your favorite movie cops?
All right, so I got a bit of a Mount Rushmore of cops. I've got RoboCop, Judge Dredd, John McClane from all the what do you call those movies again?
Die Hard.
Die Hard movies, and I got Deckard from Blade Runner. But then I also had a shout out to Copland because there's 1,000 cops in that. Same with The Departed because there's heaps of cops in that. And then I also love Murtaugh and Riggs from Lethal Weapon, and then Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker from Rush Hour. But yeah,
Okay, cool. So I had, yeah, same. So my Mount Rushmore was John McClane. That was the only overlap we have. Then I have Detective John Kimball from Kindergarten Cop.
yeah.
Axel Foley from, but you had the other guy,
Beverly Hills.
but didn't you
Yeah.
have the other guys from Beverly Hill? You had
No,
Taggart, didn't you?
I had Lethal Weapon. I had
Did you?
Murtaugh and Riggs.
And then I had Alonzo Harris from Training Day. So I had my
Oh,
shout outs were T1000 from Terminator 2.
yes. I was going to put him into, yeah, shout out, yeah.
So from Copland, I had Mo Tilden. You blew it. You blew it. Then I had
Go to
Vincent.
lunch. They
Yeah.
never give you enough napkins.
Then I had Vincent Hanna. And then I added these two people together because it's the same actor, Jack Traven or Johnny Utah. So Jack Traven's from Speed. And then Max Walker from Time Cop, just because I friggin' loved that movie when I was a little kid.
Oh,
Sean
man, I haven't
Paul.
seen that in years, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So Dredd 2012, sorry, should I say? Brad, what was your thoughts on the movie?
I really love the dystopian cyberpunk world. Like that really sings to me. So I love I never read the comics. Maybe I should get into it. But I really love that kind of world. I also really like how Dredd and Mama are completely unwavering and like on both extremes of each side. Like, so Dredd is like, pure, law, unwavering from it. No, it's either black or white. There's no gray area with him. And then Mama is just pure violence, and like neither of them compromise like who they are. And then the other takeaway from me from this movie too is that, I really enjoyed the character Anderson, because I found that she was like the gateway for me, or for us really, to enter that world, because she sort of seems like if I was a character in this movie, I'd probably relate to her more. So yeah, I thought it was cool. It was a really cool world to like revisit. And yeah, like you mentioned the helmet thing. I'll get into that later as well. But, yeah, man, I thought it was a pretty cool sort of like, action kind of movie.
Yeah, that's cool what you said about Anderson, because the way you described it actually fits very well, because like you are sort of her, like, oh, am I going to shoot this guy? Like, am I going to execute this guy? Am I going to do this other thing? So I feel like what you're saying, like I reflecting on listening, like, yes, 100% I agree with how Anderson kind of brings you into their world. I thought it was a great movie as well. Like I loved it that it revolves around one day, bit of an extraction movie as well, based off the comic book as well, as you mentioned, same as Judge Dredd, and you can really feel that comic book element. I know we've maybe mentioned that a couple of times with like the Equalizer and other movies like that. I have a list of favorite extraction movies, and then I'll get more into it. But some extraction movies for you. Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. It's great if you haven't seen it. Just full on action from start to finish. Argo, Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down, Tears of the Sun, Hotel Rwanda, Zero Dark 30, Inception, Sicario, Aliens, 310 to Yuma. Any other extraction movies you like?
No, I highlighted Argo and Sicario as well. I thought, nah, I'm not going to say it because it's not really an extraction movie. But
Have you seen The
list.
Raid? Have you seen an Indonesian movie? It's an Indonesian. I was
No.
sitting next to an Indonesian lady once at a swimming lesson, and she was telling me about The Raid. Apparently, it's awesome. It's a unit of cops, and they have to clear a building of drug and gangbangers in Jakarta.
Man,
and it's
that
like,
sounds good.
apparently, it's awesome.
It sounds good.
So I just want to read everyone the opening monologue before then I kind of get into my thoughts. So this is I think this is Dredd speaking it. And also, apologies everyone, I will be saying, I am the law a lot tonight. America is an irradiated wasteland. Within it lies a city. Outside the boundary walls, a desert, a cursed earth. Inside the walls, a cursed city, stretching from Boston to Washington, D.C. An unbroken concrete landscape. 800 million people living in the ruin of an old world and the mega structures of the new one. Mega blocks, mega highways, mega city one. Convulsing, choking, breaking under its own weight. Citizens in fear of the street, the gang, the gun. Only one thing frightening for order in the chaos. The men and women of the Hall of Justice. Juries, executioner, judges. Let's fucking go. Like, how does that not...
I agree. That opening monologue really sucked me into.
Yeah.
That was so good.
So as I mentioned, I really enjoyed it. The first time I thought these action scenes are just brilliant, which we'll get into later as well. But I was wanting a little bit more in the sense of dialogue. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to learn a little bit more about these characters and things like that. Second time round, I was like, fuck the dialogue. Time to judge these innocents. Like, let's ride, baby. And I was like, I think I kind of got it a little bit more. And maybe it was after I did a little bit of research about the comic books, how like the judges never take their helmets off, which I then like clicked to me. I love the simplicity. Like, as I said, one building, one day, one mission. There's no origin story bloat. Like, they don't bring in the original Judge Dredd or try and make it like a prequel or a sequel or anything like that. Just like action, action, action. The realism across the movie is cool as well. Like taking out, the guy walking across the street in the opening scenes, when the car hits into him.
It's the guy on the...
Yeah, and then like the blood, the body splatting, the hands being blown off. The other thing that I really loved as well is like the movie just got me. Like the runtime is great. There's no fluffing around. At the end when Mama, when Dredd shoots Mama at the end, she's like thinks that she's got a plan, and he's just like fuck this, bang, and he just shoots her. And like if like the only justice system was like this swift in real life, like it would be great. The slow-mo sequences visually just stunning. I don't know if it was meant to be made in 3D or if it was in 3D. Like that would have been awesome if this movie, when she's lifting her hand up and the little bubble or the water drops are falling off. Like if that was in 3D, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm on slow-mo as well. As you mentioned, like the dark, gritty world that they build as well, like the world building. And then like room for improvement. I do think the script is very basic, but like again, which then I think doesn't allow the characters to express themselves in some scenes and things like that. But second time around, I didn't really mind, and I could see that like in comic books you don't really get that much dialogue as well. So I think that they've really done it very much like a comic book, and then absolutely loved. And this is where I think they like knew me as well. There's some great twists in it, like the reveal throughout. There's some great twists and reveals, throughout, which I thought added to the storyline, like Anderson executing Kathy's partner or husband, for example, and then Kay using Anderson's gun in her thoughts the first time and he gets to shoot her, and then in real life he uses a gun so he thinks he can shoot her, and then it's like backfires on him, literally. So yeah, I thought it was really, really great.
Man, I had the same exact experience. So the first time I watched it, I'm like, man, there's no backstory. There's no this and there's no that. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then the second time I watched it, I'm like, fuck man, this is awesome, bro. Just like jump in and bang, bang, bang. And I understand the mission. And I think to your point, you articulated it so well. It's just simple, basic, great runtime. I didn't even pick up the you said there about the gun, how he shot her in the dream. And then when it came to reality, he tried to shoot her, and then it's got that anti-judge trigger or whatever, and those lawgiver guns or whatever. But man, yeah, that was good. Yeah, you summed that up really well.
So the cast, starring, can't speak tonight, Karl Urban as Dredd. So Kiwi actor, he's Johnny Cage in the new Mortal Kombat's, but best known for his role in The Boys as Billy the Butcher. Have you seen The Boys?
I haven't. I think you keep asking me to watch that one.
No, I'm telling you to watch Invincible. But The Boys isn't too bad. He's sort of like a hero fighting against the superheroes, but he's got like a strange Cockney accent that has a bit of a twinge of a Kiwi accent. So it's a bit weird. But he's also is it Emor in Lord of the Rings? He's one of the horse riders. I think he's the son of the king that gets possessed. Is my understanding.
Riders of Rohan, what news from the north?
Yeah, yeah. What's your Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, like, it feels like every pod we do a movie, and somebody's been in Lord of the Rings at some point. It's so funny. Yeah.
What's your favorite Lord of the Rings?
I think it's the first one. It's the Fellowship.
Fellowship.
Yeah, I feel like it's the most complete movie from like start to finish. But they're all great.
I'm a Two Towers kind of guy.
Two Towers is great too. They're all great. Honestly, they're all good. I also remember Karl Urban from Riddick and Chronicles of Riddick as Siberius Vaco. He's like one of the those necro dudes or whatever. Have you seen the movie? It's pretty cool.
Is that with the guy from Fast and Furious? What's his name?
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Oh, I think I might have said it once, but I can't remember it.
Yeah. Well, he's in those movies too. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I thought also first time watching it, just because apparently he really worked on his facial, like the frown or whatever you want to say, how his mouth looked. But when I was watching the first time, I was like, God, this guy looks like Sly Stallone. Like, is he just trying to put on the Sly Stallone face or whatever? But apparently he's trying to do, which when I watched it the second time, watching all the judges, they're all trying to do the same, like, tense face or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I thought that the first time too. I'm like, is he just trying to copy paste like Sly Stallone or whatever? But then the second time I watched it, I was lost in it, like as in like lost in how good it was, that I didn't think about Sly Stallone at all.
So Olivia Thirlby, who played Anderson, so she trained extensively in classical Shakespearean acting in New York at the American Globe Theatre and also in London, and she's dabbled in theatre and film, so I'm sure that served her well for this movie. I thought she was pretty good. Thought she played well off Karl. I did feel the character evolve as well over the film. Like she had a bit of a story arc, unlike I think everybody else. And I thought they used her psychic abilities in a good way. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of lame, like having a mutant," but because it's not in the first one, but maybe it's in the comic books. I don't know. But I actually quite enjoyed the psychic abilities, how they kind of came into play in different plot points throughout the movie.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think you hit the nail on the head there when you say, she had the most enjoyable arc. Like, is in Judge Dredd, just is Judge Dredd. But at the start of the movie and the end of the movie, it's the same character. Same thing with Mama. It's the same character. Like, she's never going to change. Whereas this person, you could see she was hesitant in like executing her first person or the first person that she judged and everything like that. And then she got to her character arc, I thought was just really good. Like it not came full circle, but like it took me on the journey with it. So yeah, she was great in this.
Lena Headey, Cersei's from Game of
Shame,
Thrones,
shame, shame.
also plays Mama. So I didn't pick her. Didn't pick her, and even watching it the second time when I knew who she was, I still couldn't pick her. Like, and they didn't really change her face that much. They just gave her a couple of scars, but yeah, like generally menacing villain. Like, I didn't think she was over the top as well. I just thought she was cold and ruthless. Like when Kay brings Anderson to her and they're talking about shit, and she's like, "I'd kill you now if I haven't lost so many people already." But yeah, I thought she was great. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought she was great. I mean, obviously she's unfairly maybe being typecast a little bit as Cersei Lannister, but you can see that this lady can definitely act, and you can see by IMDb like she's had a ton of work. Admittedly, haven't seen a lot of it, but she has had a lot of it, a lot of work. And yeah, she was great in this. Like yeah, she's cold, ruthless, calculated, and it's funny because Cersei Lannister is exactly like that too, but in a completely different way. So yeah, she was great in this.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't play like the posh evil villain. She's just a menace.
Yeah, the ex-prostitute, roughed up, messed up, person that she's in this. Yeah, just ruthless. It was great.
Wood Harris, left side.
Is that from Remember the Titans?
Yeah, come on, left side.
Right side? I don't remember it.
Strong side.
Fuck, man. My God. I'm editing that out.
So Wood Harris, Kay. Love seeing Wood Harris in a movie. Have you seen The Wire?
I haven't. I've only seen like one or two episodes. It's on my must-watch TV show.
He's fucking awesome in The Wire as well. I've only seen a couple of seasons. I haven't finished it. I've got to finish it.
I've heard it's a good show.
It is. It is. I was actually at sorry to go off topic, everyone. I was at a Manly game once with Piddle, and we're in line having a beer, and Piddle's telling me to watch The Wire, and a guy behind us is like, "Yeah, you should listen to your friend. It's really good." It's like,
well, my mate Vince, he's always led me in the right direction when it comes to TV shows. He was like, I never watched Breaking Bad. He's like, you should watch it, man. It's good. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I watched it. I'm like, okay, this is amazing. He always says that The Wire is really good and I should watch it. So,
anyway, back to Wood Harris. So enjoyed the cat and mouse with Kay and Anderson were playing with each other, and I thought he was actually pretty good in this. But thoughts?
Yeah, I quite liked him. I think there were some parts where, I don't know, like the character sort of just faded away. Like, I didn't put in an Aaron Griffin, so I might as well bring it up here now. But like, he was sort of being wheeled around, but then not saying anything, and like the hiding in like in the mum and the daughter's room, and he's not yelling out, going, "I'm in here, guys, come get me," and stuff like that. And I think he's sort of, obviously what he's been, scripted to do is to say nothing. And in those moments, I didn't like that, because I feel like if that were me or anybody in those situations, you'd be screaming out or something like that. But I was going to say, I do like him. He's been in some good stuff. He's in one battle after another. Blade Runner 2049. Yeah. Love that movie. Creed 2, and The Wire that you mentioned, and obviously Remember the Titans, which I forgot about the left side, strong side. So.
I will say in Kay's defense, if he was screaming out like a pork chop, Dredd would probably just shoot him in the head.
Yeah, which is probably what he probably should have done at the start, to be fair. So, yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to say this lovely Irish name correct, but apologies. Domhnall Gleeson, is that right?
Sure. I didn't have the, or him.
As Clan Teki, aka General Lax in Star Wars, or Bill Weasley in Harry Potter. So Brandon Gleeson's son. I had no idea until I actually saw his last name, and I was like, oh yeah, he's probably his son. I thought he was mid, as all the kids say these days. He wasn't bad, he wasn't good, he just didn't really have much to do. Like, the best scene is when he convinces the operator to let him do the test or whatever it is that then gives him the control to lock down peach trees. But I got a little bit of a gripe about his character later on. But what do you think of Clan Teki?
Yeah, he was fine. I think I probably feel sorry for him the most out of all the characters. Because I feel like he's, forced into the life that he's in, and he's obviously had some horrible treatment. Like, Mama's like ripped out his eyes with her bare hands and then replaced it with his like robotic eyes and stuff like that. And she's always got a knife on him, threatening him and things like that. But yeah, I mean, he was fine, I think, in the movie, like for what he had to do, but he probably wasn't in it that much for me to make too much of a comment.
So production and funny and weird things we found on the internet. So filmed in Cape Town, Hulzit. Keith Urban insisted on riding the Lawmaster motorbike. The American flag only has 6 stars representing the mega states. Mama was originally written for an older woman. Urban based his voice off Clint Eastwood's Dirty Harry. In the first conflict scene, the judge or Judge Dredd says hot shots while shooting the man holding the hostage, and he shoots the man in the mouth. So this is actually a method widely used by snipers in real life hostage situations, because when a person is shot in the mouth, the center in the brain that manages muscle movement is disabled. If they had shot him in the head, the muscles could have moved involuntarily, causing him to shoot the hostage. My next this is the biggest one though. So there was major behind the scenes drama. So director Pete Travis was allegedly locked out of the editing room after clashes with producers. Writer Alex Garland basically re-edited the film. Some say he was actually the director, or he directed much of it. Got a little bit messy, and they both released statements claiming it was all planned. To me, I don't really care what the truth is, because I thought the film was pretty great. So if it's Pete or if it's Alex, whoever gets credit, I'm happy to give you credit. Last one. A human body takes 12 to 15 seconds to reach terminal velocity, covering 500-ish meters. Then another 9 seconds to fall an additional 500 meters. So I think Mama suggests they're like a K up when she throws the guys off the balcony. So her fall and their fall would take about 25 seconds in real time. So under slo-mo, which slows the drug that they use, which slows the perception to 1% of normal speed, she would have experienced a fall as lasting approximately 40 minutes. Hell fucking yeah. That's like my worst fear.
Yeah, I know, right? I was thinking that before. Like, I wonder how long it would feel like when they're falling before they actually hit the ground. So there you go. You actually summed it up for me. Thank you.
Any other production stories, Brad?
You mentioned all the Garland involvement. I was going to say, I think Urban's shin became a bit of a meme after this movie. But also the film got a huge cult revival once it went post-production, like post-release and everything like that, like into the secondary sort of DVD markets. And I know that later on they did a hashtag Make a Dredd sequel. So, quite a lot later on. But no, you covered off everything that I had as well.
Body count, Brad. What's the body count?
Ooh.
I've got the number.
Can I guess?
Oh, yeah, give me a guess.
Oh, you're going to give me an over. Ooh.
Give me over under.
Okay, give me over under.
Over under 150.
No, less, under.
Okay, give me a number then.
I was going to say 35. I was going to say 35.
35? 35? She takes out a whole fucking level with the Gatling gun. It's 102.
Yeah. 102, wow.
102.
Jesus.
Box office, Brad.
First flop, Jez. Our first flop.
Do you know I've wrote down here, this is our first flop question mark, because I knew
It is our first flop. So the budget was around about 45 million worldwide. It grossed 41 million. So, I mean, they still lost money. But I was going to say, like we sort of touched on there before, despite its modest theatrical run, it did become quite a cult juggernaut on home release. So, yeah, the Blu-ray and streaming sales definitely surged. So,
Well,
yeah,
they
it
would have got
didn't,
their money back then.
yeah, potentially. So,
Oscars and awards, Brad, I know didn't get any, should have got any, or is there any egregious Oscar wins?
no, nothing egregious. I did have a sort of a shout out for, you sort of mentioned the visual effects. I think those slow-mo sequences were very cool. I also think sound design, again, shouldn't be nominated. They shouldn't be nominated. They definitely get a shout out. I love the gunshot and the echoes throughout Peach Trees. I thought that sounded really good. But, did you go into the Oscars for that year?
Yeah, I didn't write anything down, so tell me.
Best Picture, Argo. Most wins, Life of Pi with 4 Oscars. Best Actor, your boy, DDL for Lincoln. Best Actress, Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook. Best Supporting Actor, the GOAT. I know you don't think he's not
Philip
the GOAT.
Seymour Hoffman, the master.
Christopher Waltz for Django Unchained. There's Dr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that his second Oscar?
There was. He won for Inglourious Basterds and then he won for Django Unchained, both supporting actors. And then Best Supporting Actress Anne Hathaway for Les Miserables. So, yeah, pretty decent Oscars year that year, I thought.
Great, thank you. Favorite scene? So we'll start with the vehicle chase / pursuit into shopping center. So Dredd pursues the van and vehicle. As I said, love it that they run over the bloke that's just crossing the street. You get to see the drug for the first time as well. Like, I thought that was all shot really well. Just the slow-mos every time is just awesome.
It's cool.
I love the, do you require backup? No. And then sentencing, negotiations over. Sentence is death.
Very cool.
Hall of Justice. So the chief judge assigned Dredd to evaluate rookie Anderson. So this really annoyed me when he was behind the viewing room or the viewing screen and he still got his helmet on. I'm like, take your fucking helmet off, man. But I didn't realize that the comic books, they don't remove their helmets, kind of like the Mandalorians. Any thoughts on that scene?
Yeah, no, obviously that's when you get to realize that Anderson, is the mutant, like the psychic mutant and everything like that. And, she failed her judge test, but they still think that they could utilize her psychic abilities for some good. And then judge is like, well, a fail's a fail or whatever he says. But, yeah, it was cool.
Next scene, Mama bathing / tossing. So when I say tossing, it means tossing people over. I thought the slow-mo, as I mentioned before, of the water is just awesome. It looks like diamonds or stars or something. Mama seems high as fuck when she's in the bath as well. I don't know how many kind of clear decisions she's making, but tossing the guys over after giving them, well, first off skinning them and then giving them the slow-mo. I was just like, let's fucking go. This is
Brutal.
what? How is this happening? Is that the best / worst torture scene that I've seen in forever?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the flashbacks later on when Anderson's psychic, reading Kay and being like, oh, he's and it's got the footage of them slicing the meat, the skin off the meat or whatever. I'm just like, bro, this is epic.
Oh, and then the body's just splatting on the ground. Oh my goodness. As I mentioned, I'm scared of heights. So the whole time I'm just like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this. Entering Peach Trees. So highest crime rate in Sector 13. Let's go, baby. Let's enter it. Dredd.
2 judges is enough.
Yeah. And then I like how Dredd's feeling Anderson and about the rules and what's going on with the bodies and everything. And then he's just I guess it felt like a long way down.
We could quote him all night. It's the best.
Then the Mama introduction. Always enjoy a good scene on the backstory of a mod boss, superhero, something like that. Her trademark is violence. The three gangs, the Judged, the Red Dragons, the Peyote Kings. Pretty cool names.
Very cool.
I also thought that it was cool that the gangs ruled different levels of the peach trees. But Brad, didn't ask you this beforehand, but have you got a best gang name, or if you're in a gang?
Oh, oh, damn! I don't know. I didn't think of
I'll
one.
read you some. So
I
historically,
like the judge. The judge is very good. Like they've
yeah,
obviously
the
done
Judged.
time.
Yeah, the
Judge
Judged
is
I thought
very
was
cool.
cool as well.
And
That's
they've
why I
got like
mentioned it first.
the tattoos of the judge
Yeah.
helmets. I thought it was very cool.
So some special, historical ones: Peaky Blinders, the 5 Points Gang, the Dead Rabbits, the Tongs, which apparently is a historic secret societies in various global Chinatowns, the Daybreak Boys, the Roach Guards, and then my fave gang of all time, which you probably know from fantasy football name, the Van Buren Boys.
The Van Buren Boys, legendary. How about Kelly's gang? Ned Kelly's gang.
What were they called though?
Oh, weren't they just called
Just
Kelly's
the
gang?
Kelly gang? Yeah, the Kelly gang. I was going to put in the O'Driscolls from Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, the O'Driscolls, yeah.
So next scene that I enjoy. So the drug den shootout and arrest of Kay. The sorry, I can't speak. That drug den, what a shithole. Like for selling drugs. Like, what's going on there? But I love every single time they do the slow-mo and then the effects, the drug then takes the effects on the people. Slow-mo door opening, the skin ripples of like the blast, and then the bullet effects and like the people's cheeks getting blown off. I'm like, this is fucking mad.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I had them like you said, like floating through the air, slow motion, Dredd just tearing through the room. Yeah, it was just so visually stunning. It was just awesome. I really enjoyed that. And the guy's like slowly bringing up the gun to like shoot Dredd, and then Dredd's got the gun and the bullets coming out, and it goes through the guy's mouth, and his teeth are going everywhere and stuff. Man, epic.
So the lockdown, Mama seals down the building. I love that she's got no faith in Kay. He's like, he's going to snitch.
He's going to snitch. Yeah.
There's a couple of times where I was getting like Dark Knight flashbacks. So like Lau, when in the Dark Knight, he's like, I know a snitcher when I see one. And then Lau quickly shuts his laptop. It's like,
he's a talker, that one. Yeah. That's cool.
And then I also enjoy when she's like, sir, I think he's thinking about making a move for your gun. Not anymore.
Yeah. He's thinking about making a move for your gun. Yeah, but not anymore. Yeah.
And then the actual lockdown of the building, I thought was pretty sweet as well.
That was so cool. The poor guy, the bum or whatever, gets squished by the door.
Is that what happens? I think I missed that bit. Is that the one where they're saying you're still? No, I thought he said you're still here when they opened the door at the end.
Did they?
Yeah, he says you're still here.
Oh, is he? Okay, I'll have to watch it again. But but then like you said, the roof just closing in and everything, and then the whole thing just going dark, like that just added to the ambience of that. It was just so good.
Next scene, I call it extraction time, but it's basically like awesome that like everyone is out to get them, and then the music really picks up. Like there's the shootout in the stairwell, and the lift as they're escorting Kay all the way until Dredd gives them
the gas grenades. Yeah,
and he gives them like 30 seconds to apply.
Yeah, that was so cool. And then that's when Anderson had to make her first judgment, like attempted murder on a judge. Punishment,
judgment
execution.
time.
Yeah.
So Kathy's apartment, Anderson uses her ability to get them into the apartment, which is cool. Kathy gives them some info, but the best part of this is when Anderson realizes that the husband partner is the guy that she just executed 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. That was so cool. Yeah.
Gatling gun massacre. This could be a winner. The minigun shreds the entire floor in the slow-mo carnage. I think the build-up to the Gatling gun coming out is awesome. Like, everyone is running away, locking their doors, like hiding. They know that something is about to come. And then the spinning sound of the gun before it starts firing, like just awesome.
Man, I love Gatling guns. And I think the best bit, if I can piggyback into the same scene, is when he comes back in with, her right hand man, Caleb, and he just throws him off the balcony and he just turns back and just starts walking away like Dredd does.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this guy is just so boss. He's so boss. I love
Yeah,
it.
what a power move. Just throwing the 2IC.
Yeah. It's like,
Um,
all you accomplished was me killing like your right hand man. Boom.
yeah.
You're next.
So deaths, which I blame the residents of Peachtree, not Mama, is the bloke that's pushing the bloke that gets mowed down whilst he's pushing his trolley. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Can't you hear what's going on?
Anderson interrogates Kay. My
Yeah.
fucked head versus your fucked up head. I like how they're both sort of mind fucking each other in this sort of scene, but then, as I mentioned, the setup for the later scene where she gets him to shoot the gun and it's like he can shoot her with the gun.
Yeah, very, very cool scene. I really enjoyed this one.
The freeze, the two thugs confront Dredd and Anderson. How do you want it, kids? Body bag of juju's? I do enjoy that he stuns them, shows some sort of decency.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. That's like the most human you're going to see Judge Dredd. I think so. Yeah.
So Anderson's captured. I'd be absolutely shitting myself. He's like, what am I going to do with you? And then like Mama, when he says, what am I going to do with you? All I thought was left side.
I know. I couldn't believe she got caught, and I'm just like, oh no, she is in so much trouble now. So,
And
yeah,
then Mama's
that
such
was
a
good.
badass. He's like, what should I do with her? She's like, just a bunch of bullets to the head and chest. Dredd gets on the PA. Mama is not the law. I am the law.
Yeah. That's cool. Citizens of Peachtree. Yeah, I love that. So
I
good.
always enjoy that while they're doing that and they do like the close up of everyone else's faces as he's talking. I think it's good, like getting their reactions.
Yeah,
Did you know
I like that.
Did you know it wasn't him in the booth?
Yeah, I figured it wasn't him because I'm like, this is too easy. Like, yeah, I figured it wasn't him.
Incinerary. I love the
that
flames
was cool.
reflecting off the helmet visor.
Yeah,
Just
that
awesome.
was sick. That was so good.
The corrupt judges arrive. I call them the Four Horsemen riding to the block. Are you prepared to testify? I've decided that if anyone ever asks me that question, I will not answer it because in the Shawshank Redemption, he asks the guy the same question before he then shoots him in the head.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's hard, man. Because you're damned you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if I was asked to testify. So, yeah.
And then the cat and mouse with Dredd and Chan, he's like, choke on that, breaking the throat. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah. That was sick, man. That's sick. I love how they identify each other. They walk over and they drop the guns, and then Judge is like, and then Dredd's like, like we didn't ask about the other one, so he's obviously dirty. Like, knew straight away.
Kay's death, Anderson escapes, as I mentioned, just so cool that she kind of mind fucks him to shoot and he gets his hand blown off. I love how Mum is like, Kay's dead when she hears all the gunshots. She just knows.
Yeah, it was cool. Actually, well, one thing on that, because I don't remember them talking about it in this movie. I do remember it from Judge Dredd, the saloon movie, where if you pick up the judge's hand, the gun, it'll blow your hand off. But they didn't talk about it in this movie, but I knew that was going to happen. So it's funny that because I'd seen the other one, I knew that was going to happen. But
yeah, I think this is the only time where they're like playing on the audience potentially knows what's going to happen here. Okay. But I think, but there would be a lot of, but 1995, 2012, there's going to be a lot of people seeing this movie like, I've got no idea what's going on. So they may have to sort of do a little bit of research. The drug lab / the judge shootout. I always like seeing how a drug lab's set up. $250K, does that sound like much to portray the law? I agree with Dredd when he's like, it's not that much.
Nah, I think, I don't know. Well, I mean, I want to know what the going rate is for like, a cup of coffee. So I need to judge it on that. But it does, I mean, to turn that all around, like for $250K doesn't seem worth it.
What's the gun called? Lawgiver?
The Lawgiver, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the first time, or from about here on, is when they start using the gun that I remember it. Like in the Sly movies where he's like, I know he says like incendiary and stuff before, but like I remember Sly straight away, he's like, automatic or whatever, or like,
Yeah,
you
and the
know,
very
and he's,
first scene of Judge
yeah,
Dredd movie when
flamethrower.
he's killing all the bad guys. Yeah.
Yeah. The armor-piercing bullet. Ouchie, but apparently a couple of staples and you're back on your way. So Clan Techie helps Dredd. So we never learn why Mama went after his eyes in the opening scene, do we?
No, she's
She
just
just attacks
ripping
him.
them. Yeah, she's just ripping them out, and obviously puts the mechanical eyes in
Yeah.
afterwards. So yeah, I don't
Got a
know.
lot
I
of.
mean, if someone did that to me, I don't think I'd say a little to them. So yeah,
Well, it's probably it's that'll get thrown off the balcony though, Brad.
yeah, true.
Dredd reaches Mama's apartment. So as I mentioned before, like she thinks she's negotiating with Dredd and threatening to blow up the block, and then he just shoots her.
Yeah, he's like,
He's this.
yeah, he's so good. Yeah, I love it. He's like, she's like, oh, it's attached to my heart and the bombs are going to go off. He's like, what's the range on that thing? 50 floors, 100 floors? And he just bang, just kills her and off she goes. So,
and then
yeah,
giving her
awesome.
the slow-mo before throwing her off the balcony, I was just clapping. I was just like, thank you, Dredd. 200 stories to her death.
Goes around.
Yeah, and then the squish of her cheeks on the camera.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that. I was like, I wonder if they're going to do it. And then they did it. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
And then he's just like, she's a pass. Okay, Brad, Hans Gruber, what was your slowly falling off the building, ironically, moment that stole the movie for you?
Man, I think it might be the same as yours, but I had the realizing that the mum and baby that aided them is the wife of the man she just executed. The first time I saw that part, I'm like, wow, that was awesome for me. So,
okay, I didn't have that because I took this more of a scene. I had the Wood Harris drug bust shootout.
yeah, that was so cool too. That was
and
awesome.
then Gatling gun the second one. But basically, like every time there's slow-mo shots, I'm in. Like,
yeah.
Best quote, Brad.
Well, I wrote down a couple. I'll save my one for last. But the chief judge was like, sink or swim, chuck her in the deep end, and Judge Dredd's like, it's all the deep end. I really love that. Feminized a guy with her teeth. Has that ever been a fear of yours, Jeremy?
Feminized a guy with her teeth. Yeah, no, I would not enjoy that.
But no, I think, and then obviously researching this, going back and watching parts of, Judge Dredd, the Slice Stallone one, and Slice Stallone running, I Am the Law all the time. His ones don't hit as well as this, when Judge Dredd's just like, in case you people have forgotten, this block operates under the same rules as the rest of the city. Mama is not the law. I am the law. Man, that was just peak Judge Dredd on that.
I had, if you don't come back and you get cornered, you might not want to be taken alive.
Yeah, that was sick too.
I was like, fucking heavy truth.
True.
Best song or score. So this is the first time where I think I've chosen the score. So I've chosen the score after Mama has done the announcement and everybody then is out to kill the judges in Peachtree. And then Dredd throws the gas bomb and they're having the shootout in the stairwell. The score just turns into like a sort of dance trance and it really kicks into gear. And like you get this sense of like panic and action all in once. I was like, let's go. Like we're on here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the score, I put down that the score is the film's pulse. Like it's the film's pulse throughout the whole movie. And the composer was Paul Leonard Morgan. He actually did Limitless the year before. And fun fact, he also did the score for the game Cyberpunk 2077. So not a bad little score he did for this.
Any pre-2000s?
I had skate parks, graffiti, and then I also had call centers. Like the judge, like, whenever getting the calls, it's like a big call center. And like, remember like Pizza Hut and stuff? You'd order like Pizza Hut.
I worked at a Pizza Hut call center.
There you go.
So I had skateboarding as well. So good on you. The other thing I had was the floor cleaner machine at the bottom of Peachtree Shopping Center when they're cleaning up the bodies.
Recycle neutered. Yeah, that's cool.
Benjamin Button, Brad, what aged the best?
Well, I put down a few things because you've been smashing me with this. So I had peach trees, great name for a building. Gatling
Good one.
guns, always a winner. Motorcycle cops, always cool. Slow-mo visuals, still gorgeous. And the runtime, perfect 95-minute movie. Loved all of that.
Awesome. So I had, yeah, storyline and action scene, the effects of the drugs and the camera work, so the slow-mo for you. Kay asking Anderson what he's thinking about when he's brooding her. The twist, like Anderson shooting the lady's partner and Kay getting his hand blown off. Um, and then the story revolves around one day. So best movies to take place over one day. So I've written a couple down that I want you Mount Rushmore. So Training Day, Dog Day Afternoon, Clerks, The Breakfast Club, Die Hard, Groundhog Day, Collateral, Superbad, Friday, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Purge, 1917. I had, for my Mount Rushmore, Training Day, Dog Day Afternoon, Superbad, 1917.
I
Brad.
had I had Training Day as well, so I think we overlapped on that. I had Die Hard, the first one. Groundhog Day, I love that movie. And
Yeah.
16 Blocks. I don't know if you've seen that. 16 Blocks is great with Bruce Willis. So
I think I
yeah.
might have seen it. Oh, I really thought you were going to have Collateral. Hey, bro, your briefcase.
Oh man, I know I should. Collateral's one of my top 10 movies of all time, top 5 probably. So yeah, damn, I should have had that. Damn.
What's aged the worst for you, Brad?
Um, I'm in two minds about it. The helmet not being removed by Dredd. I know the hardcore fans love it, but I don't know. Maybe could have done a couple of scenes without it. But I think what aged the worst were the 3D moments. So you mentioned there that you don't know if the movie was meant to be 3D. I think when it first came out, it was called Dredd 3D, and you could watch it in 3D. So I think some of those slow-mo motions, like you mentioned, Mama's hand going up with the water and stuff like that, probably could have looked really cool in 3D. But I don't know if 3D is a thing anymore these days. Like you're not sitting at home with the goggles watching 3D movies and stuff like that. But yeah, I had those two.
Cool. What was the first one you had, sorry?
Him not taking the helmet off.
Yep.
I don't know if I love that. Cause I'll be honest with you. Cause I always like to go in super fresh when I watch a movie, like on this pod that I haven't seen. I go in super fresh. I don't even Google it and find out who's in the movie and stuff like that. So the first time I watched it, I didn't even know it was Karl Urban. Like until like the credits came up and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, oh, maybe he could have taken a couple of scenes with his helmet off. So
I agree with you sort of. Like, I knew it was Karl Urban, but I don't look up the cast or anything before I see a movie that one of us has picked that I haven't seen. Looking back on it now in a reflection, I think if he'd just taken the helmet off during the scene where they're behind the glass wall, I'd be fine with it. And when he's walking down the steps with her before he goes outside, like I would have been fine. But yeah, it annoyed me, but I kind of got over it.
yeah,
I had the judge's gun or the lawmaker.
yeah,
I thought it was used a lot better in the Sly Stallone one. As I said, it's kind of like only the last half of the movie or so, like they actually start using the gun's capabilities. I thought that could have been used better. Anderson, I felt that I knew what, not to say that I'm a psychic, but I could just tell I always felt that she was safe, if that made sense. Like I never really felt like she was in too much danger. And even when she shows up to shoot the Judge Chan or Judge Lex or whatever it is, I wasn't sure, like I kind of knew that she was going to turn up. And then, actually, no, I'm going to save that for airing of grievances. Who are you having a beer with?
So this was really hard. So I think I'm going to take out Klenteki. So that's the guy who got his eyes gouged out by Mama and replaced. Just cause the dude's living in fear. I think he needs a beer and events and like, I just want to take him out and just show him a good time. So, cause I forgot with Dredd and like pee in public or something like that. I'm going to an ice tube. So, yeah, I had Klenteki.
I had, and I thought you might have said it, the skateboarders. I think the skateboarders would be a lot of fun, and the boys are just stuck on the skate park. Just bring them a couple of Coors Light or Coronas or what are we?
even though the Fords
Bolters or Young Henrys, and we're all having a good time.
Even though the floor's been Gatling guns to shit, they're still at their skateboarding. So yeah, they're having a good time.
All right, goat cast, Brad. So I saw Michael Bean was auditioned for the lead role. I came back for you, Sarah. I fucking love that guy. I think he's great. But I think Karl Urban did a great job. So no qualms here. Um, any miscasts or anyone that you saw that was in the running?
Yeah, no, I'd Michael Bayon down as well. Viggo Mortensen apparently was
Oh yeah, good chin.
mentioned. Yeah, originally for Judge Dredd. Also, Johnny Depp was briefly floated. Like, I don't think that
No,
would have worked.
not on their
Um,
budget.
Judge Anderson, they were considering Emily Blunt as well.
Yeah, she's
Um,
great. Great in Edge of Tomorrow.
yeah, she's great in that. Yeah, you're right. Mama, I mean, I thought Lena Headey did a really good job, but they were looking at potentially Michelle Rodriguez or Carla Gugini, pardon me. But yeah, I think Lena's the winner there. And then for Kay, they were also looking at Michael K. Williams, who is his Wire alumni. So he was discussed, but obviously they went with Wood Harris. So I think I actually really like this cast. I don't think I'd change any of them if I'm honest.
Yeah, I didn't really have any changes either. The one person that I probably might replace would be Domhnall Gleeson, if I'm saying his name right, with either DJ Qualls or Jimmy Simpson. So DJ is that tall, lanky, skinny bloke from Road Trip. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I know
and
you, man. Yeah,
and then Jimmy is Gavin in House of Cards, or he's also in Always Philadelphia. Like they're both kind of tall, skinny guys. And I just think that they potentially would fit better in this kind of dystopian world.
yeah,
I don't know. That was just my thoughts.
yeah. No, good cast. I like that.
This was also a little bit of a trick one, but I think I did well here. So what character could Bruce Campbell have played?
All right, go lead off.
So first and foremost, I just want to say Bruce Campbell has a great chin, and that chin would have fit in very well in Mega City 1 being a judge. So I had him as Judge Chan. So Judge Chan is the guy that turns up. He's the one that gets his windpipe broken in.
Yeah.
So so he's like, Chan, Sector 9, good to see you, Dredd. Are you alone? Negative, 3-man squad, closing in on my vector now. So relax, take the load off. Cavalry's here. Baby. 2? 2 what, Dredd? 2 of us called in at 10:24, wondering why you didn't ask about the other. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Let's dance. Fight. Choke on this, Dredd. Gun breaks, windpipe. Choke on that.
Love it, love it. I agree. I agree with you. Ida was one of the corrupt judges as well. So I had Mama's briefing the corrupt judges about Dredd and Anderson. Mama goes, "The judges are coming up the tower. Are you good enough to take him out?" Campbell smirks, taps his pistol. "Good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun." Mama stares at him unimpressed. "Just don't miss." Campbell grins. "Sweetheart, I never miss."
Good one. Good one. So does this movie deserve to be over 2 hours? So this movie is not 2 hours. It's 96 minutes. Fun fact, it's the exact same run length as Judge Dredd 1995.
Wow, fun fact. I didn't know that. I like it as is. I don't think, I mean, as well, no, I
Doesn't need
think
to be longer. It's fine.
it doesn't
It's
need to be
fine.
longer. It's fine. It's fine.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Porn title, you can go first.
I had no judgment here. So Peachtrees goes into lockdown, comms cut, Mama's glittery slo-mo haze drifting through every hallway. The whole block leans into their kind of after hours behavior that sends the security feed into full meltdown.
I don't really have a synopsis for this one, but I have a couple of thoughts. So my movie's called Spread. And in the sprawling Mega City 1, crime runs rampant, and the only man has authority to deliver swift, hard justice, Judge Dredd. I am the law, and the law is about to come down hard. Justice is swift, satisfaction guaranteed.
Oh man, that is so good. That is so good. I love it.
Best outfit or prop? What are you taking to the pool room?
It was a toss up, but I think I'll go with my first instinct. So I had Judge Dredd's gold badge, like his shield, that just got the
Okay, good one.
gold
Yeah.
with Dredd. Yeah,
Yeah. I wrote a couple down. So I had that as third. I had the judge's helmet
yeah. I had
first.
the helmet as the second one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I had the gun and then I had the badge.
Yeah, nice.
So the Frederick Zula Brad, best performance on or off screen.
Oh, this was so tough. It was almost a tie, but I don't do ties. So I went Urban. I just, it's hard to compare to Sly, but I think he actually did this character better. Like his character was so believable. I didn't, like I said, I didn't even realize it was him. I totally bought Judge Dredd as a character. So,
Yeah.
Lena was second, but I think I have to go Urban. And I think for me, this, I might get shot for saying this, but I think he's Judge Dredd better than Sly. Yeah, better.
Oh, yeah, I could shoot you for saying that. I think they're both great. But yeah, I agree with you. The first time I was watching it, I was like, this guy's face just looks exactly like Judge. Apparently spent months trying to just do that, as I call it, a frown or whatever it is. So I had, here we go, my first director. So I had Pete Travis or Alex Garland. Whoever's responsible for this film, you get my Frederick Zula. So
Oh,
there you go.
nice. Nice. Love it.
What happens after the credits stop?
So I Judge Dredd goes right back to work like nothing happened. No celebration, no reflection, no trauma processing, just another day in Mega City 1. And then I had Judge Anderson. After Peach Trees, Anderson hands in her badge and becomes an overnight phenomenon. She's headlining her own show, And a Sense, where she reads minds on live TV.
I wrote, hopefully Dredd goes home and has a shower and just gets to take off his helmet, just have a little bit of a rest. Clan Techie takes over Peach Trees and eventually becomes the mayor of Mega City 1. And Anderson goes on to become a Chief Justice, where
Oh,
she can pass out judgment or sentencing just by her mind.
nice. Love it.
Theory Corner, did you have any theories?
I do. I feel like this movie came out in the wrong year. So if it came out in another time, I think it could have done a lot better and then maybe could have done a bit more. So I think there's two sort of ways to look at it. And, what do they say? Like, reflecting on the past is, you always got 2020 vision. But, I think if it, I think if it came out like 2015 to 2019 in that peak streaming, sort of culture, I think it would have been really good. Or you could have even done the 20 to 24 when we're all looking for those mid-budget movies after COVID. I think it could have done really well then too. So, I know technically it was a bit of a flop, but I think it was just a bit too early. I think if you drop this movie today, I think it would become a franchise overnight.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what happened. I think people for a couple of years or maybe 10 years just stopped going to the movie cinema. So I think that's potentially what stuffed this movie up. But I definitely agree. Like they could do even a TV show or something like that, which we may talk about later. But yeah, love
I
to
may
see
talk
another
about
one.
that later too. So yeah.
My theory corner is that you could basically make this like movie or scene for scene a computer game, and I think it would work. Like you get a
Oh, that's
vehicle chase at
awesome.
the start, there's Gatling guns, a character with psychic abilities, like a lot of enemies to overcome. You're going through different levels on a friggin' building. Like you
Yeah.
could just you just basically take the movie, turn it into a computer game. There, like
That's
rest your
cool.
hands, you're
And your
done.
gun does 6 different modes of firing and you sentence people on the spot. Yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, and
awesome.
Anderson
That's
can
awesome.
be like getting clues and stuff for you
Yeah,
with a psychic abilities. Like, yeah.
that's
Um,
awesome. Love it.
all right, the Don Toretto. What's your life lesson?
I had always be flexible and pivot when you need to. So I know Judge Dredd sort of black and white, but transporting that prisoner around when you're fighting for your life is just such a liability. Like, just you got to pivot, you got to let him go, you got to execute him, and then just get yourself out of there.
I am the law. But my other one was do not do favors for people you don't know. So when Central Control is giving Mama or Clan Techie control of Petrie's and she's just doing him a favor, because he's panicking over the comms, and then it just sort of fucks everything up. It's just an example. Just don't. I'm sorry, people. Let's just all stay in our own lanes. We don't help each other out. If someone's drowning, obviously go help him in a pool. But like on the street, oh, can you help me? No, sorry. Just keep walking.
That's so good. What do they say? Like, beware of strangers. It's still a thing. I love it. So famous people we don't know. So good.
Airing of grievances, Brad. What problems do you have?
So my biggest problem, I think, with the movie is that, oh, I actually got a couple, that they're in a mega city in the middle of a radiation nuclear fallout desert, which you pointed out in that intro, but it didn't explore that part of the movie at all. Whereas in Judge Dredd, they went into the desert, they ran into the mutants and stuff like that. But obviously, if you do that, you add an extra half an hour into the movie and stuff like that. So you could probably live without that. You mentioned just before the calling a death comms test by making up some sap story and the guy's believing it. No, that's not happening.
Yeah, the judges are not falling for that shit.
No. I had two more. If she's psychic, how did she get jumped? You know what I mean? Like, how did she get jumped? Like, I don't understand that. And then my last one, I don't know if you think the same as I do, but how can you see out of that helmet? Like, the red parts are like directly over the eyes, and even the judge, like the gang, have the red parts going tattooed over their eyes too. So I don't know how he's seeing when he's shooting and stuff. So, but they're my biggest airing of grievances.
I think they're your best airing of grievances yet. They're all great. I don't know. I don't have any answers for you. I'm sorry. I think this is just to air. You don't get answers.
It's just a vent, yeah.
So I'll go back to, do we still know why Mama took out Clan Techie's eyes? No, we don't. My other ones were, I think the bomb still goes off when Mama's killed. Like, we've got all this other technology. Like, are you sure we can't get through concrete? Or like, and it's also, there's a lot of open space. Like, why aren't the bombs going off? And especially as well when they open up the block, the bomb blocks. So then wouldn't then the bombs be triggered then? I don't know. And then my other one was Dredd getting shot by an armor-piercing bullet, and then it just doesn't really affect him. Just does like a couple of stitches, and he's like, let's keep going.
He's like Predator in Predator 2. He just like patches himself up and keeps going.
Yeah, it's like, I ain't got time to die, motherfucker. Letterbox rating, Brad. What is your rating?
I've been up and down and left and right and everything on this movie. Although I really like it and I do think it's very cool, I actually just gave it a 3 out of 5. I wrote not dreadful. That's the letterbox rating.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so I had 3 the first time because I had like issues with dialogue and everything like that. Second time, I was like, it's a 4. So I landed on 3.5 because I was like, I'm not sure this is a 4. I was like, so I think 3.5 could be my number, people, but let's see.
That's so funny. The first time I watched it, I actually wrote down 2.5, and then the second time I watched it, I'm like, it's actually better than that. So yeah, you're right. I think watching it the second time, when you, is that theory? It's called the self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, if you think something is going to be shit, it's going to be shit. But like, and if you think like, oh, this isn't going to be just as good as the original one, it's not going to be. But if you take that all aside and just watch it as it is, I think it's a very good movie.
But I just remember the first time I was like, this is a fucking amazing movie. Just a couple of tweaks here and there.
Yeah.
It could be like a 4 or 4.5. So like I was, what didn't you like about it the first time to give it a 2.5?
Well, because I didn't know it was Karl Urban and stuff like that. And I just thought this guy's just trying to be Judge Dredd. Like, just play your own Dredd. And then at the end, I'm like, wow, it was actually really good. And I didn't realize that was Karl Urban. So I went into it with a clear head the second time. And I'm like, all right, this is just a fun action movie. And guess what? It was a fun action movie. So yeah, it was good.
Rewatchability factor, Brad. Would you watch it again? And any movies you'd pair it with?
Yeah, so obviously me watching it a second time was obviously a lot better than watching it the first time. But I think this would be a perfect Netflix movie or show or TV show, like you said. I don't think it needs to come out to theaters, but if they made a TV show like Dredd or they made a movie, I would be all over it. Uh, Obviously, I'm going to pair it with Judge Dredd. Or if you want that cyberpunk kind of vibes, check out Blade Runner. Or if you want to play a video game like it, Cyberpunk 2077. Or if you want to play a tabletop board game, Necromunda, man. It's kind of like Necromunda a bit. So,
Yeah,
don't know
I
if
was
that
getting
blast from the
Warhammer
past.
vibes. Yeah, I was getting Warhammer vibes in it. Even just thinking about that big robot in the first Judge Dredd. Like, I agree. Like, definitely could be a TV series where you could start with like the
The
Civil
Civil
War
War.
or leading up
Yeah.
to the Civil War, and then like the judges, and then like maybe corrupt judges. Like, but you could get like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Let's say 3 to 5, but like
It'd be pretty
easy
good
out of
though.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I would pair it with The Dark Knight. I sort of gave a couple of hints earlier. So I thought there was a lot of similarities, like snitches, a really good villain, like targeting someone to be killed, like in The Dark Knight, the bloke that's trying to blackmail Bruce Blaine. And then like the slums of Gotham, the slums of this world of Mega City 1, things like that. Like I thought there was a lot of intricacies that like, so yeah, I'd do The Dark Knight.
That's excellent call out. I agree with you completely. That's good.
Would you take the slo-mo drug? And if so, what would you want to be doing when you took it?
An excellent question. Just for the record, I haven't really done any drugs at all. I'm so boring. Yeah, why not? I'll give it a whirl. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if I could take it. I'd be too freaked out, but I was thinking I only thought about this question today, and I was like, oh,
It's a
maybe it'd
good
be
question.
really good, like playing a sport, but I'm like, no, it doesn't make you any better at the sport. So you just be watching how crap you are in real life at that speed.
Oh my God, I got 40 minutes of this.
Yeah.
Shit.
So my thing would be like a dance festival or something like that. But then again, would I want to be at a dance festival for like 10 hours instead of whatever? So I don't know. I don't know I don't know if it's the type of drug for me. I'm not sure. Any final thoughts, Brad?
I think it was, I think if, like I sort of mentioned that before, I think if you go in like just fresh and like don't compare it to the original one and just go in there like think it's going to be like a fun action movie, I think you'll really enjoy this movie. And I think I did overall enjoy this movie and I would watch it again.
Great. Glad you liked it. Next time we're doing Baby Driver, I believe.
Baby Driver. Haven't
Nice
seen it.
film, ladies and gentlemen. Love it.
Is it?
I've seen it. Brad hasn't seen it, but I just do love John Hamm as well. Love my John Hamm. Sorry,
I love John Hamm.
Won't tell you who else is in it, but there's some other people that you'll enjoy.
Is he wearing a helmet the whole time and I won't know it's John Hamm?
No, but I think he's got a shit haircut actually, but I can't remember. Alrighty, boys and girls. Well, that's going to do us for another episode. It's great to be back and looking forward to Baby Driver in a couple of weeks.
I am the law. Yeah, it's good to be back, man. I was super pumped.
See everyone.
Take care.